Hello, good afternoon, people of the YouTubes. Happy Monday, happy hangover-free Monday, at least for me. Feels amazing to say that still. I know I harp on this, but there were many a morning after a weekend in the city that I was not feeling up to par, to put it lightly. Anyway, it is Monday at 12:55. I got a lot done already. I'm excited to report, and I might get hate for this, but it's fine. Anybody who cares about me knows my backstory with education and the cult and blah, blah, blah. But this morning I enrolled in an online task course. TASK stands for the Adult Skills Competency, I want to say, which used to be known as the GED. It's a little bit different here in New York State. It might still be called the GED elsewhere, I don't know. And I know that it has a certain taint to it. You say oh, I didn't get my diploma, I didn't graduate, oh, I got to get my GED, and people think stupid. Well, not bragging, but I'm far from stupid. Life has educated me to a razor's edge, and it has honed skills of empathy, compassion, creativity. I've always loved to read. Basically, I'm self-educated, and it never once has gotten in the way of a job. However, because I work for a state-run place, 3 years ago, it did sort of come up as far as paperwork in my files. And, I still work in the same position. I even am in a slightly higher tier now, but regardless, I am going to spend an hour to two a day doing this online study course, online tutoring for the task, for the equivalency exam, which will be basically, I don't think there's a time limit to it. It's whenever I'm ready. It's whenever I've passed each of the quizzes for each module. And it's writing 1, writing 2, reading comprehension, science, math that goes to 12th grade algebra. I never can crack my freaking neck. What did I say? Social studies, science, basic reading comprehension, writing, and I'm very good at reading and writing. As a matter of fact, I've been tested at college graduate and beyond. But with math, I have dyscalculia, which is basically a recognized slight learning disability when it comes to math and numbers and spatial. It manifests in different ways than just numbers and doing math, let's put it that way. But the woman who runs the program, who works with the Westchester Library System, wonderful woman. We hit it off. We're friends now, and she's also an editor. She was a principal, she was an assistant principal, and she goes, I can tell you're very bright. You're going to ace this. It's, how come you want to do this now? I'm interested in your backstory a little bit. And I told her, I'm a direct care professional, and I work as, I'm a poet. I was a freelance photojournalist, 55 years old. I was home, twice married, being a housewife, raising kids, the whole 9 yards. And she just said, it's great that you want to kind of cross this off the old bucket list. I don't always like the term bucket list. It implies death. It's the things you want to get done before you kick the bucket. That's where that phrase comes from. Oh, God, I'm so tense and tight. Anyway, this is the new ink. This is what I got yesterday. It's cute. It's too small. The man who did it worked in the shop for 2 weeks. He was Russian, spoke very, very little English. And, this isn't from a sketch. This is from an actual design that I saw online. I gave it to him. He made the stencil of it, put it on me. It's in a good placement. I was afraid it was going to interfere with straps, but it just kind of clears it. I wanted it to match this in size. Doesn't really mean all that much. It's like a crescent moon, obviously, with moonbeams coming out of it. But he got it backwards. The moon's actually supposed to be on the other side. My daughter yells at me. She's like, Mom, you're paying a lot of money. This was a lot of money because it was in the city. You don't want to know. And also the little lines are supposed to have dots above them, dots around them. He did put some white ink, which is going to fade. And when he was doing it, it didn't hurt that much. So I'm of a mind to think that it didn't go deep enough to not fade. Live and learn. I can get it added to. I can even get a cover up if I want, even if I go back there and just say, look, I'm sorry, but it's not exactly what I wanted. And again, it's sort of my fault for not realizing he was going to do it backwards. Um, if I don't call attention to it, who's going to know? It just looks like a design, right? Looks like kind of a stamp, and I wished it was a little bigger. But anyway, that's my newest ink I got in Hell's Kitchen. I work 2 to 10. I had an amazing weekend, as you know, except for one element, which I'm not going to get into. But I didn't drink. I had a blast. I didn't spend too much money. I saw friends, met friends old and new at the poetry reading. I'm involved with that now. Gave out my card to a person who said I was really good. And, the GED. A little bit of ADD going on. So yeah, there's no actual date or time for when the actual exam's going to be, because it's an online tutor, which I think is a fabulous idea. And basically you can't proceed to the next module or mini quiz until you get everything down. You have to pass with a 70, and I think some of them you have to pass with an 80. I'm not worried about the English comprehension part or the writing essays at all. As a matter of fact, I enjoy them. But I am just so fucking psyched. It really can't be understated or overstated or hyperbole. I was crying this morning when I realized that as soon as I finish this, I'm going to have an actual physical diploma that's going to look just like everybody else's diploma. And my daughter even said she's going to throw like a graduation party for me. Any excuse for them to have a party, you know what I'm saying? But like, she's very proud of me. That's all I care about, is that my kids are proud of me. And my aunt is proud of me. And I have friends saying, you go, girl. It's not something that proves my worth or value or intelligence, but it's something that it's like, it represents a completion of something. It represents that the cult really does no longer have control over me or make my decisions for me or make me question my intelligence or my integrity or my existence or identity even. When you're in a cult, we were not allowed to have an identity or any type of intelligence or goals for the future, because when you're in a cult, everything has to be about the cult, not about free thinking or autonomy or independent thought, which would bring you out of the cult possibly. That's the worst thing that can happen, to break apart the structure of how a cult works. We weren't even allowed to say the words I or me. We weren't allowed to use our given names. We weren't allowed to name our children. Someday you all will see my memoir on Amazon, as well as at least 3 books of poetry. Not trying to be grandiose, I'm trying to manifest into the universe. I got minimal makeup on today because I'm going to give my skin and my eyeballs a break from all the false lashes and all that. But so I got to go to the dentist this week. I got to get to the back doctor. I got to get my car looked at again. There's all kinds of things going on. Tomorrow I get pee tested in the morning, and things are just plugging along. July, August, September. In 3 months I should have my license fully reinstated and get my promotion, hopefully. There's just all kinds of great things that are happening this year. Really great things. I was always told 55 is the magical number of transformation, the journey of the dragonfly. The dragonfly doesn't even know it has wings until they emerge from what was once legs. They're born as larvae in the murky waters, and then they learn to get themselves up on a stick. And then once they're on this stick, they have legs. And once they get to the end of the stick, they fly. And they have brief lives, but that's the sad part about dragonflies. Anyway, new tank top from Torrid, chokers from Torrid. I don't know where the hell I got these, but I'm getting ready to go to work. I really want to color my hair later. And I have to go to CVS to pick up my testing strips. I do test my sugar every morning. It was good at the doctor's, but sometimes when I wake up too early and I'm stressed out, you get what they call, what is it called? Like sunrise high readings or morning glucose something or other. Dawn. It has something to do with dawn. Hope you guys are well. I hope everyone's staying cool. It is hot as blazes here. Very, very humid. I'm glad we have AC at work. I'm glad to be going back to work. I'm glad to be home. I love the city. I love the energy. but it's tiring. Whenever I get home, I'm like almost worn out from the emotions. But just super proud that I proved that I can go there. Really, it's like my third or fourth time there, and have an absolutely fabulous time without drinking. And, you know, this time, rather than actually being a little envious of people that were drinking, I almost felt bad for them. I'm not saying anyone else is an alcoholic by any means. People can drink socially, people can have a good time, people can get drunk. I'm not saying it's a problem, but I was looking at the amount of alcohol flowing wherever I was, and I was thinking, oh man, it's going to suck if they all wake up with a hangover, because I've been there, and I was happy to just wake up craving a cigarette and some really good coffee at this amazing bakery, and I got some biscottis, and then I had to walk. There was no cabs or even Ubers or Vias available yesterday, so I walked like a good mile and a half in the heat from where I was in Hell's Kitchen to the train station. But I made it onto my train. Had a little squabble with my sponsor, service commitments, blah, blah, blah. But I did tell her I was spending the weekend in the city. I told her what I was there for, and that my art and my craft of writing is important to me. It's not just a lark. I'm a decent poet, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get published, and that's important to me. Just like she's a musician and she gets her stuff out there. I know I'm in my first year, but it was physically impossible at that point with my phone dead and with having to walk in the traffic, walk all the way through Times Square. It would have been impossible to be back here in time to do coffee at 5:30. So I'm in a little bit of trouble with her, but I'll work it out. Everything can be worked out with honesty and communication. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you for coming, and peace out. I'll talk to you guys later. It's a start to a good week. I'm thrilled about the GED. I'm not a stupid person. I did not drop out because of drugs or pregnancy. Not that there's anything wrong with that either. As far as being human goes, it was because I was prevented because of the cult and because my mother and stepfather moved me away, and education was not valued. I said that already. All right, I'm going to get ready for work, and I showed you my tat, and that's it. I can't wait to get it redone. I might make it enlarged somehow and put like a mandala in the middle. You can't even really see the moon. Bye guys, talk to you soon. Hope you like the videos of the drag queen shows. I'm getting very little channel involvement lately, but that's par for the course. I might still leave, but for now I'm not going anywhere. So take care guys. Bye.